morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Today, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go ahead and do a jewelry making tutorial for you. Now, I got into this jewelry making thing a while back. Very much enjoyed doing it, and I have caught the bug, and now I am continuing on with it. Now, the first way I'm going to show you how to do this is from skins. Now, there are other ways to do this. You can do it from dipping cabochons, and I will show you how to do that also. But we're going to start with doing it with skins. Now, first I'd like to show you some of the results of what I have done thus far. These are several of the necklaces that I have made. Some from dipping and some from doing it with skins. As you can see right there. Try and raise that up a little better. And I've now gotten into the point where I am doing necklace bracelet combos. Let me take this out of the thing, I'll show you right quick. This is a necklace bracelet combo that I just finished not too long ago. If you look at this right here, you will see, If you look at this one right here, you'll see that I've added in a palm tree sticker in there. Now that's from a nail art thing I got online, which is pretty cool. So you got this little, palm tree inside of that beautiful green and gold background. And this is a set, this is a necklace and bracelet set. Now recently I have decided to do earrings with some of the sets also. So today I'll be showing you how to do necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. And I want to show you the one other bracelet and necklace set that I have prepared here before we start. Of course, now if you're watching this, all of this is for sale too. If you'd like to purchase it, just hit me up on my email. You'll see that information at the end of the video. Now, I made up about 10 of these. I gave away some as gifts to friends and neighbors. These are the two I have left sitting here. Now this is two that are made from gold. As you can see, they have little palm leaves in them. Or, you could call them jungle leaves, whatever you want to say. So that's another set I made up. All right. Now, when you do them from dipping, you let them dry, okay? And what you come up with, hold on, is something like this, which if you look at that, you can see that there is paint along the edge of that, all right? So now what you have to do is take you a servo knife like this, okay? And you take, first of all, you can peel this part on the front off with your thumbnail. Go ahead and take that off. All right, see there? And then you just take this servo knife and you peel around the edge. Now you don't want to do into the area that is the bottom of it, because if you do, then it will show through clear on your jewelry. You just want to get just to the edge so that when you put it in your little jewelry holder, it'll fit in there, you see? When you mount it, rather, you would say, I guess. So you just scrape around the entire edge like that, which I'm doing here. Just go around the edge there and you clean that off. Here's another place on this side where it is. The first thing you do is take off all the edges, clean all the edges. Now, if you look at this now, see on the back of that, it's clean, and on the front, it's there, and you have absolutely no mess on the edges, all right? Now, before you go any further, you want to take either alcohol or an alcohol-based product. Which I do is I take a little hand sanitizer here and I squirt a little bit on my hand like that. See there? I wipe off the front of it. Then I take a paper towel. You clean that off. That gets all your fingerprints off of it. See there? All right. Now this particular color, I've got tons of them sitting over here because I got carried away. So we're gonna clean this up another one right quick. Well, you know what, actually? Haha. I have one that's already cleaned up. Okay, so we're gonna take this one and this one, and we're gonna make a set, all right? So let's start off with the necklace. Let's go over here, and let's find a necklace that will match with one of the bracelets that I have here. So we're gonna go with, I think on this particular color, we're gonna go with bronze, or bronze or copperish look, which I have in there. Find one of those. There's that. And I will set this to the side. And we're gonna reach in here and find the one that color in the bracelets, which I believe I have one left. Yep. Right there. Now if you look at these two next to each other, oh, let me take that all the way out so you can see it. If you look at them two next to each other, well, they're a pretty close match, as you can see. All right, so that's gonna be our necklace and our bracelet. Now let's see if I have anything here I can make earrings out of for those. Why, yes I do. Sitting right over here in this bin waiting to dry. I have two of the ones that are earrings that I made up from that. Now let's see what the sides of these look like. Or are they cleaned already? Well, what do you know? I've already cleaned them. So we've got everything ready here. Just have to find us some bronze, copper, like I said, whatever color you want to call it. Find some background on some earrings like that. Earrings, the necklaces, and the bracelets are all, I purchased them on Amazon. Well, if we're going to make this a set, we are not going to be able to use the bronze because I have no bronze or earrings. So let's rethink this idea. We'll put this to the side here. Get me a couple of bags out of here so I can go ahead and put them on there so I don't stab myself while I'm making jewelry. One. Yeah, I have silver, dark bronze, and gold in the earrings. So I don't have dark bronze in the bracelets, so I guess we're going to use gold. And there's the gold. Put this back in the baggie and put it back in here. First thing we want to do is make sure that these have not got any debris in them. So I take and I rub my little fingernails around them and check them out. Make sure there's nothing up in there. See there? Then we're going to take this stuff called diamond glaze. Diamond glaze is an adhesive. And we're going to go ahead and put the diamond glaze on. Now, a very, very, very thin coat here, guys. You don't need a lot at all, because if you put too much, it's going to squeeze out the edges and get all over your thumbs, and you're going to put thumbprints on the front of your jewelry. Now, you see how much is on there? I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to sit it down in there. You sit it in there, and you hold it together with your thumb and forefinger like that. Now, myself, I count to 60 before I let it go, which I'm going to do silently. And that is 60 seconds in my head, which is just about enough time to take a drink of coffee and light your cigarette if you happen to be a fiend like me. And now that that's there, now see, I can flip this upside down. It's glued in. Now you want to let that continue to dry for about 24 hours, okay? Because you want that to be completely dry. Now I would not recommend, unless you're absolutely sure there's no glue on it, which I am, sitting these down on a cloth like I just did there. Okay? Now let's go to the bracelet. Alright. Let's go ahead and put some more glue in this one. Alright, as you see again, I've put that much on there, just a tiny bit of the glue. gonna go ahead and take this beautiful piece of jewelry right here, and we're gonna sit it in there. Now I did that sideways. I thought it looked pretty that way, and we're gonna count 60 on this one. I will fast forward this. And time, guys. Now, turn upside down, definitely glued in good. Shake it around, definitely good in there. Now, we're gonna do our little earrings. I'm gonna put the backings on the earrings that come with these little rubber backings. Go ahead and put them on there before I start with this because I don't want to stab myself. So we'll put that one on, and we'll put another one. Now this is the first time I've done the earrings. I've ordered the stuff, but I hadn't made them yet, so this will be my first attempt at this, but I think it'll be fine. Hey, see, now that's nice, huh, how that came out. I only put enough in there for about 7 earrings, so, you know, guess we'll get some of that out of there before we go. All right, I'm gonna take the paper towel and go ahead and clean that off. Way too much go juice in that. Let's try this again without making an absolute flood of it. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get one of these. And we're going to sit it in the little cup there. And we're going to hold that. Now, I'm going to go ahead, since these are so small, grab this with the side here. Put some more in this one. I don't know if that's enough or not. I think I've held that long enough to sit it down for a sec. There we go. And now we'll put the other one in this one. Now, I'm going to hold both these same time. I'm going to do that for about 60 seconds while I speed you guys up. And they're done. There they are. And again, you can dump them upside down. Nothing happening there. Now let's look at these together. Here is, I'm going to scooch those along here a little more on my big old meat hook hands. There is the bracelet, the earrings, and the necklace. Now, isn't that a lovely set? Now the only thing left to do here is to figure out what type of actual necklace we're going to use. Now I got these on Amazon also. This is a bundle of, God, I don't even remember, probably 200, it says on it, 200 pieces of necklace. Now they all have different colors to them. You can use whatever you like. On this one, I'm going to use this lovely green gold color because I feel like it'll look good on it. So you squeeze that out of the little package. Take this, hold it up there so you don't drop it, and you slide your little ring through there. Don't know if you can see that. I slid it right through there. Come around this way, and we're gonna open up the little lobster claw and put it on. And there is the necklace to the set. See here, isn't that pretty? Once these dry, what I'm going to do is put them all back into the bag that the bracelet came into, so they'll have the set together. In the meantime, I'm going to just sit them out here to dry, so I make sure that they are set well before I enclose them into a basically airtight environment. Okay? Now, that's what we do with the ones we have dipped. All right, which again, I will show you how to dip them later in this video. Now, the other way to do it is to do it from skins. For those of you that aren't familiar with skins, this is what we have that pours on our silicone mat that when we're tilting other paintings or spinning them or stuff like that, or you can actually make your own by just combining colors together and letting them dry. You get things like this. See how pretty that is? Or this. Or, which I find exceptionally beautiful. Or this. A blue multicolored one. I'm not gonna make you a full set on this, but I am gonna show you how to make one of these. And the way you do that is you take your clear cabochon for a necklace, okay? And you set it on your skin in the place you want to do. So let's search around here and find the prettiest place on this skin. Now this skin is plenty big enough to make necklace, bracelet, and earring series out of if I wish to do so. I think I'm gonna go right there. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? Now you're gonna hold that to it, okay? Just hold it against there. And take you a good set of sharp scissors, which I don't own, so I'm gonna use these dull ones and pretend that they're sharp. And you go ahead and you carve as close as possible to the edge of the cabochon, going around while holding the skin on the back of it.
You could trace it with a pen, right?
You could trace it with a pen. You could take and sit it down on something flat and cut it with a with an X-Acto knife. You could do that. I personally don't do that because I tried doing that once and I ruined a silicone mat because I did it on silicone, which was stupid. But I didn't have any place else to set it at the time, and I thought that'd be a great idea, and it wasn't. So I do it like this. Now, you see I've trimmed all the way around that. Hold it up there. Got that off there. Now, here's the cool thing about it. This latex is already sticky, so you don't have to glue this to the latex to the actual piece. You just push on it a little bit. Make sure it's flat against it. Everybody else doesn't me. You ever notice that she butts in on me all the time to tell me what everyone else does? This is the way I do it. If it doesn't work for you, then don't do it this way. It works for me. So I'm gonna take that pretty color we have right there, that beautiful color there. I think that if you put this glue in between the skin and the actual jewelry, excuse me, and the glass cabochon, then you get a problem because you see that glue when it dries. It makes bubbles in it, all that stuff. So I don't do that. I just stick it to it like that. And then I take and put the glue on the jewelry. We're going to use this bronze necklace at this point. I am going to use more than I normally would, or that I use on the ones that are dipped. The reason for that is because I want it to seep up the edges a little bit, so that it catches the edge of this glass, and we don't have to worry about this coming out, see, because if I didn't do that, hold that together while I'm talking, if I didn't do that, then it would just stick to the back of that latex paint and the glass would just pop off the front. But you understand, you don't have to stick the skin to the glass if you make sure that the glue comes up to the edges of the bevel and holds the glass in, see? Because if the glass is glued to the bevel, then it's impossible for the skin to come out, okay? Which is what I was explaining earlier when Miss Cat chimed in that everybody else glues it. I don't glue it, I do it this way. So now you're gonna hold that for a minute. Now you can see, now when I was holding this one, because it's got so much glue in it, I don't know if you can see that or not, you see that glue fingerprint right there? I'm gonna show you how to take that right off it when we're done. Got a little bit of glue on the outside edge now. While I'm doing this and holding it, not gonna speed this one up. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the beautiful, beautiful designs that I have gotten from dipping. And here's one of them. Gonna be doing that a little later. And here's another one. Got a little blue-green in it. We have these gorgeous, gorgeous reds with blue in them also. Little, what it is, a little magenta. Whoop, whoop, don't drop it. Little magenta there. And I love this one. This is purple, gold, and teal. Look at that. That's from a dip also. Now here is some gray and blue that we did from one of Kathy's dips, Kathy's paintings earlier. You've probably seen it up there. It's the beautiful blue and silvery hand pour that she made. I got those off of that. And then you got this one, which is just gorgeous blue and silver also. Oh, here's another one that's really pretty. Here's purple and gold. And you see what you can get here. You just see some just incredible jewelry you can find.
You can custom make any color.
And you can custom make any color you like. Say somebody sees your jewelry and they go, you know, I kind of like that, but I wanted one that was pink and orange, or whatever ridiculous combo you want. Well, you can go ahead and make that up. You just squirt it on a piece of silicone mat, wait for it to dry. This is I like to call these bloodstones. This is the beautiful Bordeaux red, and it's got a little bit of gold in it also. I've already made a couple like that are necklaces and jewelry and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to assume, I've been talking to you, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to assume that that's been a minute. And here's my piece I just did, and as you can see, it's stuck. It bonds almost instantly, but I hold it for a minute just because I don't want to set it down and jostle it the wrong way and have it come off. Now, you got that piece of glue skin on the top there. You take your little X-Acto knife and you just gently scrape across the face of there. You're not going to scratch the glass, okay? It takes diamond to cut glass, so do not worry. If you don't have diamond shavings on the blade of your X-Acto knife, you're not going to scratch the glass, okay? And you see there, I just took that right off, and it's no longer there. Let me go underneath the light here. You see there? Gone. Again, I will let that dry for 24 hours, and then I will put it away. All right, boys and girls, as we were talking about earlier, making jewelry out of dipped cabochons. Let's conclude this with a little lesson on dipping our cabochons. As you can see, I've got some really beautiful gold and teal and so on colors right in here. From this pour that I just did, hold on. From this pour that I just did, in this area in here is just gorgeous. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, I wanna show you, oh, there it is. This stuff right here. This is little pink putty strips, okay? And you pull one off of it, a little piece off of it, and you stick that to the back of one of these skewers, or just about anything else you want to use. For now, I use one of these, which are little tiny dowels. You stick that onto there, thusly. Now you can buy this putty on Amazon, or you can get it wherever you like. Then you take your cabochon, you go ahead and pull that out of there, and you stick that to that. Now you see there how that is stuck right in the center, right like that. Then you take it and you gently, well, first you want to make sure that's right. Lines here. You gently sit it down where you want to pick up the pattern from, which in this case is right there, and then you lift it up. Now, you want to do that gently because you don't want to mess up the pattern that you wanted. Now, if you look at that, something to that effect is what you're going to see on it when it gets done being dry. On this other side, you have just a block there, right? What I'm going to do is sit that in my floral foam. I'll show you my little array of floral foam here. It's got all my little stickies on there. And I'm going to sit that on there and let that dry. Now once that dries, you get the pretty pattern you wanted on the back. And you get, that shows through to the rounded spot on the front, you see. It'll show through to this. I'm gonna go ahead and do me one more, just to show you once again how you do it. It's very simple. You put your putty on the end like that. You take the cabochon and you stick it to the putty on the end of the stake, which in this case is a bamboo stick that I have. Anything will work. And you want to make sure that that's relatively straight across, flat, on the bottom of that, you see, so it won't angle off and all your paint go off of it. Then you find the place you want, which in this case is going to be this beautiful area right here. A little bit of teal. This has got teals and bronzes and everything in it. And you pull that back up gently. And again, you see the colors in that? Isn't that just gorgeous? Hold on me. And that's what you're going to have on that side when it dries. So I'm going to sit that in there. And now you know how to do the dip style cabochon jewelry. You need to do the same thing as that on the earrings or any of that. So you come out with these beautiful, beautiful designs. And I hope that helped you out on how to make cabochon jewelry today. Love you guys. If you liked what you saw today, please hit the like button. And if you want to be part of the Hippy Dippy family, which we'd love to have you to be part of us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. And if you want to see what kind of crazy stuff I come up with next time, please hit the bell. Now, when you hit that bell, you're going to need to bring that scroll down next to it, the little scroll menu, by hitting the arrow, and you will hit the all button, as you see on your screen right here. And that will make it so you can see all of my stuff coming up, not just the part that YouTube wants you to see. And that being said, until I see you again, same time, same channel. Peace out.